A few of the advantages that I have when it comes to helping other bass players is being able to evaluate their skills from the outside looking in, along with just the sheer volume of people that I've taught over the past 30 years. I know from personal experience just how easy it is to get caught up in your own musical development and start analyzing things as though you're the only bass player in the world who's wrestling with your own unique set of problems, right? Well, actually, you're wrong. In fact, the 80-20 practice rule is alive and well in this case, and it ensures 80% or more of the bass players that I've come across are struggling with the same small number of challenges. And guess the news, they all think they're the only ones who are going through it. One of the biggest mistakes is to confuse and conflate activity with what you're actually achieving. The 80-20 practice rule means that most of us are wasting 80% of our time because 80% of the results we get come from just 20% of the work we actually do. It's a scary proposition to think that you could practice just one day a week and get 80% of the results that you're already getting now. Just imagine what you could achieve if you could apply this principle every day. So knowing this, you'd think that bass players everywhere would be falling over themselves trying to focus their attention on the vital few activities that are going to give them the most results and pay little attention to everything else. But instead, many continue with their old patterns of behaviors, sticking to their comfortable and familiar routines, leaving a mass of potential musical improvements unclaimed. I remember once standing behind a person at a cash point who typed in the same incorrect PIN number 3 times in a row. He knew the number was wrong and also knew the machine would eventually eat the card, and that's exactly what it did. He then turned around and looked at me and said, "I knew that was going to happen." So why do so many bass players repeat unsuccessful practice habits, especially when the results they're getting are showing them that it isn't really working? Why do they engage in activities that take up most of their time but give them no measure of improving on their instrument? And why do they persist even when the evidence clearly shows that they're wasting their time? I think it really comes down to 3 things: uncertainty, doubt, and fear. People crave certainty, and fear and doubt are very powerful, taking us far away from being motivated. It defies logic and good sense, but we'll often keep doing what we're doing regardless of the results because we're led to believe that it's far less painful than the short, sharp pain and discomfort of change. For the guy at the cash point, it was much easier just to type in the wrong number repeatedly and suffer the consequences rather than just going into the bank and actually solving the problem head on. And do you know what the crux of all of this actually is? It's pain. We won't do anything until the pain of taking action to change is less than the pain of staying exactly where we are. It's less fearful and less uncertain to continue following those comfortable practice routines than it is to do something new, uncomfortable, and uncertain. As the saying goes, many a pilot has gone down with his plane, preferring the familiarity of the cockpit to the uncertainty of the parachute. The question you really need to ask yourself when you've consciously made a decision not to use your time wisely and effectively, as all the masters have done in the past and present, is this: have I decided not to do this because of an objective, empirical, evidence-based reason? Or am I simply rationalizing my discomfort and unwillingness to try something new that actually works? And if you're really honest with yourself, 9 times out of 10, you'll probably find that nothing stands in your way more than yourself. Now, if you're looking for more effective ways of practice and how to become a better bass player, then you've got to check out my book, How to Practice with Maximum Efficiency. You'll find the link in the description box below. And if this lesson helped in any way, then please give it a big thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed to my channel. That way you'll get early notifications for all my bass lessons, tips, and techniques. Until next time, practice smart, work hard, and play creatively.